See, now I told you we was finna do another video. Remember all this parsley that we had growing? It's done grown wild. We actually need to harvest a bunch of this parsley. I'm a big fan of using these right here. I don't really like just pulling on stuff and yanking stuff, so what we're gonna do is, let's see, can you see me? I'm just gonna get these, I'm just gonna snip them like that all the way around, because this thing, it's not gonna grow unless you start harvesting it. So I'm gonna get the clipping on this, because believe it or not, we're gonna use some of this in something we finna cook tonight. So give me a second, I'm gonna snip on this and we'll get right back with you. You remember that big old bowl that we had of flat leaf parsley? That's what it looks like chopped up. So chopped up. So we're going to take out what we need, and the rest of this we're going to go on and seal up with the vacuum sealer, and we're going to do what we need to do. Y'all, this is what we finna cook. Some crawfish etouffee. Look at there. Anyways, I'm excited, y'all. This is good stuff right here. What we finna do is, well, we got some butter heating up. And what we have is some garlic, some white onions, and some celery in this. And as soon as the oil heats up, well, not oil, butter. As soon as that butter heats up, we're gonna throw this in. We're gonna render it down real good, and we're gonna add everything else.
Bell pepper in there.
Yeah, it's got bell pepper in there too. And for all you folks from New Orleans, the only thing that's missing to make this a trinity would be carrots, maybe. But anyways, come on, we're gonna do this. Ooh, can you hear it sizzle? Just gonna get all that out of there. Ooh. Alright. Denise's something pioneer woman thing, so we're gonna use it because it works out real good. So look, we're finna brown this down. Can you see that real good? Y'all had smell-o-vision when we push it on there. They were like, oh dang, that's good right there. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna render this down real good. Actually, I had some extra green onions left over, so I just threw those in there too, so it don't make no sense of wasting it. We're gonna render this down real good. Render meaning translucent, soft, and we're gonna get these cooked down real good. So give us a couple of seconds. We're gonna render this down and be right back with you. All right, y'all. These the bell peppers, onion, garlic, and the celery, they've rendered down real good. It's probably been, I don't know, close to 10 minutes maybe. But the next step is we're going to add our crawfish. Now this is crawfish that we peeled, we pulled the, we deveined it, and it's got a lot of head fat in it. We're going to put that, we're going to add the crawfish in there. And we're also going to add a bay leaf. It says 2, but I'm putting 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to stir it in. And you talk to Anybody from Louisiana, they're going to say that this crawfish is going to make some water. What does that mean? We're going to jack this, move this heat up a little bit. What does that mean? Anything that you boil, pretty much, is going to reserve some water within itself. When you heat it up, it's going to let out some juices. And if anybody from New Orleans, you hear them say, oh, it's going to make its own water, that's what it's going to do. Crawfish is going to render down, it's going to let off a little bit of liquid, and we're going to cook it down. Now, what I wanted to tell you is, if you cook a etouffee such as this, shrimp etouffee, crawfish etouffee, chicken etouffee, whatever etouffee you want to make, you need to remember, whatever you boil your crawfish in, it's going to be seasoned. So you need to be real careful how you add your salt and your pepper to it, because you don't want to over season it. So this is going to be step number, I lost track, probably 3. We're going to render this down. As you can see, it's starting to make just a little bit of juice, and that's fine. If we had to, we'll add a little bit more butter to it just to render it down. Oh Lord, it smells good too. So, smell it, Jude. What do you think?
Smells good.
Yep. Seal of approval. Give us a couple of seconds. We're going to render this down and we'll get to the next step. Alright, we said crawfish making water. You see it? It's actually bubbling right there, and it's letting off juices. There we go, right there too. So the term crawfish is going to make water, that's what you need to look for. Alright y'all, last step. We've let this cook down pretty good. It smells pretty good too. I want to get y'all some of that. And what we're going to do is this. What we have is a cup of water and a tablespoon of flour. It's just a thickening agent. We're going to pour it on in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix it in, and we're going to let this thicken. That's all we're going to do. Let it thicken. Oh, another point I wanted to make, and I should have said it earlier, but if you're on a diet, this is probably not what you want to eat, but it's good anyways. So anyway, we're gonna let this thicken. We're gonna get up some heat on here, and we're gonna let this thicken real good. I'm gonna let it thicken up, and we'll probably give it a couple of minutes to, maybe we'll let it bring up to a light boil, and we'll bring it down, and then we're going to taste it and see what it tastes like, just in case we need to readjust on the seasoning, and that's fine. Judy, I don't know what you're doing, just going to stir that, and then give us a couple of seconds, and we'll be right back with you. Alright y'all, this etouffee is cooked down. It's looking mighty good. So I'm going to get you some of that. It smells really good. What we're going to do, last step is, we're going to take the green onions and parsley that we have. Oops, I hit it. And all we're going to do is we're just going to sprinkle it on there. Just like that. Might even mix it in a little bit if we can. We're going to turn this off. Pull it off the heat. And that is done. Or as my grandmother would say, tout le fine is done. My grandmother spoke fluent French, Cajun French that is. And my dad and myself, I could pretty much understand what she was saying, but I couldn't say anything back to her in French, but I understood what she was saying. But anyways, this is done. We have some rice over here. We're gonna let this sit for a few minutes so everything can marry together, and then we're gonna plate it up, and then we'll show you what it looks like whenever we get done. So give us a second. All right, y'all. Here we have it. Some crawfish etouffee. We got some rice, tomato and cucumber salad. I'm here to tell y'all, this is some good eating right here. Real easy. Crawfish. If somebody has a boil, you know, boil some crawfish or something, you can bring some home, peel them, devein them. It's real easy to make. But the thing about it, it tastes real good. But look here, I'm finna taste this, and if I don't say anything, I'm sorry, because it's probably gonna be real good. But let me try a little bit of this. Ooh. Lord have mercy. But anyways, there have it, y'all. I'm the only one that's eating it because nobody else eats seafood over here in the States but me. Judy may have some. But anyway, real easy to make, very good. So, with that being said, it ain't about what you can get, but it's going to be all about what you can give. And we're going to see you in the next video.